Today we're doing not only an unboxing and a review, but also a comparison of the EFX Star-Lord helmet. Boom!
Are you ready?
So, today's my birthday, and I actually wanted something, for a long time, and decided that I would get the EFX Star-Lord helmet. Originally came out many years ago, and I had pre-ordered it, then wanted a refund, but got it for a good price, brand new, never been opened. So before we go through all the crazy unboxing, it really doesn't come with much in the way of boxing. A styrofoam box with this cool picture of Star-Lord. No big deal. Of course, the authenticity stuff, about it, this, that, and the other, stuff that you probably don't really care too much about, unless you want me to get into detail. You can reach me at Rick Legendary on IG, and I'll just tell you to come back here, and I'll do another video. Of course, it is not meant to be used as a cosplay piece or a toy like the Legends. Disclaimer right there. Okay, this is not a toy. However, any props that we wear as cosplayers, they're not toys. All right, so I'm not only going to go through the helmet, which of course I love Star-Lord, but I'm also going to compare it to one of my favorite prop pieces that was made by Joe Trash. Now, I will say a couple of things about it. They say that this is a limited edition 700. I'm fortunate to have one of the 700. Okay, they say that it was also cast out of the same mold to fit Chris Pratt's head. Chris Pratt being like 6'2", Rick being like 5'6", 5'7" with Timberlands on. Okay, so this is really funny. All right, because here it is. Now, it's not weathered like the one he has in the movies, and the one that the Legends has. It has this scratches on it and stuff like that. So it doesn't have any of the weathering. However, it's got rounded lenses, and that's debatable among Star-Lord enthusiasts and cosplayers as to whether the lenses are round or are flat. I actually like them round. Whether they look flat in the movie and the other pictures I've seen, they look flat, but I actually like them rounded. For some odd reason, I like the way that they look rounded. Now, Joe Trash FX. Now, these have been made to be red. Originally, they wouldn't be in a screen accurate prop, but in case I just don't want to put lights and be blind, I can still have red eyes for pictures. I can easily take these off and replace them. No big deal, okay? But I actually like them red for those type of situations where, I want to walk around a con and still want to see, because once you put on those lights, it's hard to see. And if you have the blue filter, as that has, yeah, you can see it'll filter out the red, but then it looks like you're wearing dark sunglasses, and your peripheral vision is how can I put it? It's compromised anyway. It's not an easy helmet to look out of, even when you don't have lights on, because it's kind of like wearing binoculars, and so you can't see. You have to kind of look. So either way, it's not a good helmet to look out of. So before I do a side-by-side comparison, I'm just gonna bring a close-up so you can look at it. And it has screws that you use an Allen wrench to take on and off. With the Joe Trash, I use magnets, and I'm gonna get in a little deeper detail on that. So let's get a close-up look and a comparison of these two masks side by side and some of the differences that I see. Here we have the EFX. No, I do not have it mounted on its stand yet. I'm going to build the stand, but because I'm doing a comparison, I feel better doing it like this, giving you some close-ups. All right, and we're gonna examine both of them, both beautiful helmets. All right, and you can see the braided here, which is good. The paint job, well, it's a little bit to be desired for the price point. The eyes do not glow on this. Some people complain about it. For the price, it should glow. However, if you worked a little bit, not even a lot, a little bit of experience in LEDs, you can install LEDs on this, 30 bucks, and wear it as a cosplay piece. But it's not meant for that. However, if I really wanted to wear it as a cosplay piece, I would. Why not? And still display it. If I'm not going to give it away, it's mine. You do what you want with whatever you buy. Here's the inside, and you can see the blue filter. So you would just have to pop these out, put the LEDs in there, and it does have the etching. And here's the back. Now, I always thought that this was also copper gold, whatever that color. I didn't think that it would be copper gray like that. I thought it was all, from the pictures that I've seen, the whole thing was always copper, which is how mine was painted. So there you can see the screws on this. So I'm giving you a really good close-up of this. All right, and there of course you see the EFX on it. Beautiful. I mean, no regrets in purchasing it, but I have to tell you the the flaws, or the cons and the pros on it. If there's any. Yeah, put some LEDs in there to make it a lot cooler. There is a little spot here which would be on the right side, that should have, here it goes, right there, bingo. That's where the little light up piece is at. So that's where it would light up. So if you wanted to be a little bit more accurate, you would have to remove that and put it in. That means destroying part of the helmet and redoing it, and I wouldn't go that far. So now let's compare this to the Joe Trash. And here we have it side by side. And if you know anything about any of these props and say which one is the Joe Trash, well, the one with the lights. EFX, unless you put lights in them, won't light up. All right. And we're going to go over some of the differences. And of course, there's a ring here that's not on here. Joe Trash does come with that ring. I didn't put that ring in. The ring has on the inside little inserts to put added LEDs, which I'll go through in the future. I'm sorry. Now you see these screws. This makes this helmet look built. When you see screws like that, and those are real screws. We had to put them in. Okay. Big ups to Brian Props. He came really close to the paint job on this. I mean, from eyeballing it. And on this, you don't have the screws. It's kind of weird, but you would think that this being an exact replica of what Chris Pratt wore, that it would look more like that. Granted, this has somewhat of a small distressing, not a screen accurate distressing. It's a lot of natural distressing, but you have a separation here. And I dig that separation because once again, it does look built. This does not. And it's kind of weird. The paint job could be better. A wash can fix this, but it should just look more, how can I put it? Layered. Like the helmet has layers. And some of this I can look at it and go, what? There's no layers. It almost looked like a screw is missing. I like the screen vents in there. The screen vents is cool. We have screen vents in here. Joe Trash provided the screen vents. These braided cables on the side, that's actual fabric that was put in there, and Joe Trash sent that as well. And these, I don't know if they're actual fabric. I would at this point doubt it, but they look great. Is the paint job 100%? No. Some of this piping on the side. All right, well, the piping on the side, when you look at it, it looks good, but it looks like they painted through the whole thing. It's hard for me to give you a good description, but you see, it doesn't have a separation in it, where the piping in this looks separated. Yes, it's a pain in the butt because it gets out loose, but you know what? It gives it, once again, a built feeling, almost like Rocket built it, or I've seen Peter Quill in Guardians 1, working on his blasters. So why wouldn't he work on a helmet, even if it materializes or dematerializes and breaks and this, that, and the other? So it gives it more of a real world look, where this one doesn't. If you wanted to use this EFX for cosplay, I guess at the end of the day, you can put LEDs in it, exchange the screws for magnets, and for, I know that they were running at $7, but for $500 with no sanding, no prepping, no nothing, and a $30 eye kit, you got yourself a kick-ass helmet, as opposed to buying a mold for $200-300 and then painting, sanding, and taking months of supplies and stuff. And when you're finished, if you were to even to sell it, you would want more. I would want more for this than I would want for this, actually, because of the work that's involved in this. There's man hours involved in that, painting and priming and sanding and electric LEDs and stuff like that. The light here works. I just need to put an LED in it. The one over there, you would have to right there, you would have to remove it and put something in there. So it actually should have came with some sort of LED function for the price. Of course, this looks all gimmicked up, and this does it. One of the things that I was curious about, and I'm pretty knowledgeable on the Star-Lord helmet. Like, I'm pretty knowledgeable. I'm not going to say I am the most knowledgeable, but I am pretty knowledgeable. Is the striping in the back, where it's brass or gold and gray and gold and gray and gold and gray. And everyone that I know, including Marvel Legends and including every single cosplayer that I've ever came across, has simply painted it one color. And I love the dirty look on this, by the way. So did EFX not get the striping right in the back? That they try to detail it too much? Because it looks good, but it doesn't really make it any better. Is that off? Are the round lenses off? There are a few things that are off on it. I want to discuss sizing, because I'm a 22-inch head. I don't have a large head at all, and this fit me, and it was really snug. But it's supposed to fit Chris Pratt, who is at 6'2". I'm sure he doesn't have a 22 circumference head. And looking at these from the top, they're both pretty much the same size. And looking at them from here, bingo, same thing. They're about the same size. Okay, I would definitely had got 2 of these for that price, one or just one of them, and made it a prop piece if it was available from the beginning, because the Joe Trash is a lot of man hours to get that thing to look good. However, it's worth it. Now, if you want to get one of these and want to modify it and put real screws into LEDs and go, hey, it's actually an upgrade as someone that cosplays to make it look more movie accurate. Does it stunt the value of the helmet? Depends. Are you trying to sell it? It may make it someone want it even more because you put work into it. It may make a collector go, no, I don't want it like that. I want it like it is out of the box. I'm not going to do anything to it because I have an awesome cosplay helmet. So there's nothing that I would do to it. I just wanted to give a comparison on the helmets. And the EFX is a good Star-Lord helmet that has a few design flaws. The Joe Trash is a hard-working cosplayer's helmet that can go sky's the limit as long as you're willing to put the work in. But it's a beautiful piece. I love them both. And like I said, coming out of the gate, if the EFX was available option back in the days when I was looking for a more accurate helmet, I probably would have gotten it and just said, yeah, but they make people wait 3 years. So we went with this, and I have no regrets at all. At all, at all. I'm actually feeling like I won. I got the best of both worlds. So I got a kick-ass display helmet as well as a kick-ass cosplay helmet. So tell me, what do you think of the EFX versus the Joe Trash? Who comes out on top? Does it really matter? Would you get the EFX and just use it as a display piece as a cosplayer? Would you modify it, or would you go through the many man hours of getting the Joe Trash and getting it to look how you want it to look? Now, these are some good questions. Go in below, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. This is your boy Rick Legendary. Okay, so which do you like? I like them both. That's to look at, and this is to go to war with, baby. To fight Thanos, to find Gamora. Once again, don't forget to hit the like, to subscribe, the notification, tell a friend to tell a friend. Wish your boy a happy birthday, okay? Catch me on Instagram, Rick Legendary 1, of course, the one and only. On IG, Rick Legendary. On Facebook. And I will be back with some more content. Peace. A-hoes.